I'm Chris, that's Tyler, and unfortunately today was the end of the Guardians season, and what honestly I think was a really exciting season, a season full of ups and downs. Unfortunately today it came to a close against the Tigers. That's my co-host Tyler, who I'm really excited to talk to you about, because he's got a lot of thoughts, not just about today, but about the future outlook and why people should be maybe excited about this Guardians team. Tyler, how are you, I guess?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I think the more disappointing part is who we lost to, not that we lost. Listening to Detroit Tigers fans be in misery for the last month was really fun.
It was, yeah.
And they feel vindicated, I guess. I mean,
and they shouldn't, but they have earned the right, I guess, to pop their shit. But I don't think they should feel vindicated at all.
The weird thing is, like, it's almost as if like Detroit won the Central, but they don't get the banner because it was a playoff series.
Yeah,
like we're gonna hang a banner. We're gonna add the year 2025 to our division title list, but it feels like kind of empty because of who we lost to. But you know, it is what it is. Like we said all year that Detroit was the more talented team. I mean, they had the true ace.
I mean, like a superstar frontline ace, 100%.
And if you really think about it, that's the game that the Guardians should, based on the game flow and how the game went, that was the game they should have won. We should have swept them 2 out of. I mean, we lost 2-1, and we had chances. We had chances to tie that, to win that game.
It was 2 unearned.
2 unearned runs.
Yeah, 2-1, 2 unearned.
And we lost. And that was the game that, I mean, if you really think about it, that's the game we should have won that game. We win yesterday. We're on our way to Seattle right now.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
But like on the Tigers side, like that's why you have a frontline ace.
Yeah, I mean, he had 14 strikeouts and 7 in the third or something like that.
Skubal is the best pitcher on the planet. If you're going to win 2 out of 3 against the Tigers and you're going to catch him, I know that they kind of got used to beating Skubal, but it's going to be about beating the other two. And even to make the postseason, even to win the division, they had to beat Skubal a lot more than anybody else.
And I think, you know, the tough pill to swallow is that for the second playoff exit in a row, we lost doing the things not well that we did well all year.
Mm-hmm.
Defense, base running. You know, it's just a very frustrating way to go out. If Steven Kwan and Kyle Manzardo were going to go combined 3 for 23, we were never going to win this series anyways.
You can't win that way. Guard ball is cool, but you need your best players to show up, at least one of them.
Here's the big, what it really comes down to is the platooning thing works over the course of 162.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in the playoffs, and it never has. We have 20 plus years of evidence of it not working. The movie Moneyball they have a cinematic example of how it didn't work. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked ever, because in the playoffs, you don't get to face the 4th and the 5th starter. You don't get to face the 7th, 8th, and 9th guy out of a bullpen on a Tuesday. That doesn't happen.
No, you're facing like innings eaters, right? And you want to take advantage of like the innings eaters, I guess we can call it.
And so you're not facing just some random left-handed pitcher in July that has a 5 ERA. That's not how this works.
Mm-mm.
And so when it comes down to it, is you're facing the best players from the other team.
And I'll also say that in a wild card, it's too short of a series. Like over a 5-game or a 7-gamer, maybe you could talk me a little bit more into the platooning, even though I hate it in general. But like in a 3-game especially, you want to get your best hitters at many at-bats as possible. And platooning them doesn't, because it's only 3 games.
I mean, the reason the Guardians lost the first game of this series because the 2 worst players on their roster played important innings.
Bingo.
That's not okay. Never going to be okay.
Jonathan Rodriguez is terrible in right field.
He can't run, he can't catch, he can't field, and he can't hit.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about? And like John Kenzie Noel, God bless him. He seems like a guys really like him. He has provided some electric moments. When he does hit the ball, oh my God, it goes forever and it's awesome to watch. Like there's never a home run he's hit as a Cleveland Guardian where it's like, I don't know if that's getting out. When he hits it, it's gone.
Yeah.
But he's not a major league hitter. Never has been, never will be. Those swing characteristics, those numbers, never going to work in Major League Baseball. Just not going to happen.
He just needs like maximum protection and to like strengthen his eye a little bit more, right?
I just don't know if his skill set I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get rid of what he is fully.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is his ceiling is probably a 200 average with 30 homers and 225 strikeouts. If you gave him 600 at bats, that's what it would look like.
That's truly a wild stat line. I do want to circle back to Manzardo. What do you think went wrong with him this postseason and down the stretch?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of it might have been that he got tired.
Body broke
I think
down
a lot
bit.
of these young guys, like the grind of playing this many games and this many high leverage games, and like it's hard, man. It's almost like when it used to be when college football was like 13 games.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you played 13 games, you played a lot of football, and then you went to 16 games. It's like, oh my God.
It's 162 games in 187 days.
Yeah, and it's a grind, and it's hard, and I think he got kind of worn down because like he was getting beat by like fastballs in the strike zone.
It was just challenge you fastballs, and like a hitter that profiles like Manzardo, like that's what you want.
Yeah, and it just was very much. I think he got a little tired. I think he was pressing because he's hitting fourth and he's the guy and blah 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 blah, and like we've seen him have big moments in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
All season this year. Like he's a really good hitter. He's going to be a good hitter. It's just a bad time to have a bad 2 weeks.
Well, and also this is the first time where like every team has you circled. Like, don't let him beat me, right? Like you're going to get the Hosey treatment. You're going to get the Quan treatment. Like you're going to get this is your heat map. This is where you can't hit a baseball. And our best pitchers, their only job is to make sure they hit the spots that you can't hit. So like, right. and we've never seen him have to adjust because before he was just like the young kid that let's see what he can do. Like he was in like what we saw from Kafis. Like there's not enough data out there to see what Kafis is up to.
No, and like it's not like I didn't find that Manzardo was chasing balls. I think he was
just getting beat on fastballs, dude.
Yeah. So and I think the shadows during the game were a real factor.
Huge. I think that is so crazy though. That like
that's still Major League Baseball just absolutely boning the Guardians.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, like the bullpen ran out of gas. And I think they may have pulled Slade a little too early. I'm not opposed to what they were doing. It kind of made sense from that standpoint, but I think it was still maybe a batter. It was probably 2 outs too early.
It felt really analytic-y and not feel-y. And I always get weird about that kind of thing.
This is a game where Luis Ortiz would have pitched.
Mm-hmm. Bingo. And where Clase in this series would have been enormous for the bullpen.
Well, it just would have been enormous for the last, month.
Mm-hmm.
Gaddis was torched, and I don't think people will give Gaddis the respect that he deserves, but like to have a guy in your bullpen that not only pitches in every high leverage situation, but also comes to the park and is ready to pitch every single day,
every day,
is something that is just so invaluable. People don't know how valuable that is to a manager.
To know that you have that call at all times.
Yeah, and he's good for it, and he's ready to go. And Kate Smith also. But at the end of the day, who they were today is who they've been all season. A team that lacked offensive answers.
Mm-hmm.
Good offensive teams have multiple answers to questions during games. And they faced Jack Flaherty 3 times in 3 weeks. haven't been able to hit him one time. And like good offensive teams
They hit him
hear
the
that.
one time, didn't they?
He's pitched 5 innings of like 2-run ball every single time.
Yeah, because like Valera went yard on him when I was there.
Yeah, but
I thought they were
again,
hitting the ball hard that game, but yeah, and also like Flaherty's like such a playoff vet, dude.
he is. But
Double-digit
again, I
playoff
think
stats.
it's just
He doesn't have stuff though. I don't think his stuff's very good anymore.
yeah. I don't. It's just one of those things. So was this disappointing? Sure, because you want like when you get there, it's like it hurts. You want to
Mhm.
win. But again, if you asked me 40 days ago, would this be happening? I'm like, no, we would have been flirting with like 82 and 82
Yeah,
or 81 and 81, which would have been devastating for my bet.
that'd have been brutal. Give me one sec, Tyler. Sorry,
Mm.
they're out. Should Guardians fans be mad, and who should they be mad at?
I don't think the Guardians fans should be mad. I think they should be disappointed. I think they should be sad that it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But mad is like baseball is such a journey, like enjoying the journey sport because it's such a long season. And so are you sad that we had since 1948 we still haven't won a World Series? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But mad is like last year you could have been mad.
Really? Think last year you could have been mad? I think losing
Because I think last year they really didn't play the way they were supposed to play, and they didn't really give themselves a chance. I think I was more mad last year than I am this year.
I guess like losing to the Tigers would upset me more than losing to the Yankees because of the payroll discrepancy and because like that Yankee team like played for a world. I mean, that Yankee team was one of the best offenses in baseball.
Yeah, but to go out in 5 and really wasn't. They were competitive games, but like they lost not playing the way that they're supposed to, that they played all year, not giving themselves a chance. And I can't even say I was really mad last year either, but like I'm not mad.
I was gonna say
Chris,
last year I thought they played their game. I thought they just got beat.
There were 7 guys in the lineup on their rookie deals making less than $800,000 a year.
Yeah, that is wild. We talked about
this is one of the least experienced teams in all of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And look where they got to. They did it. They picked themselves off the mat, played outstanding best baseball in all of Major League Baseball for an entire month, got themselves in the playoffs, and were a few plays away.
Bingo.
From moving on.
Bingo.
And so like this team, Chris, they lost 2 starting pitchers this year, 1 to injury, 1 to gambling. They lost 2 really big-time bullpen arms, 1 to gambling and 1 to injury with Andrew Walters. They entered the year without 2 of their big-time relievers in Sam Henches, who's a 6'7" lefty throwing 97, and Trevor Stephan, who just may never be that guy again.
Yeah. And then Tristan McKenzie also.
Tristan McKenzie just like he's elected free agency.
Yeah, forgot. Well, no, he's still with the Guardians, but yeah, forgot how to play baseball.
It's just like, and then you just have these so many revolving door like David Fry. You relied on David Fry, and he never got it going. Nolan Jones was a massive disappointment.
Huge. He's honestly the biggest disappointment of the year.
Carlos Santana was like, I saw the vision when they signed him, but like it was disappointing. So it's just like they just weren't. You should never be mad at a team when they overperform.
When they overachieve?
When they overachieve. That's what they did. And it leads us to the question of the offseason. Were the offensive challenges a youth problem or a talent problem?
I'm of the belief that it is a youth problem and not a talent issue. I do think it's a talent issue with Bo Naylor, but everybody else, I see the talent and see the vision. They're just not experienced at all because the Guardians do a thing where they don't let these guys get a ton of at-bats, but this year they were almost forced to because there was no other options.
Correct. And it's just, you look at it, this was the worst offensive team to ever make the playoffs.
Which, whenever I hear that on the broadcast, I just laugh and think about you.
And it's like, I think Guardians fans need to strap in and really sit down and like push your emotions to the side of the season just ending and like really think about this.
Mm-hmm.
This team is not going to spend a bunch of money on offensive players this offseason.
They're not. We want them to. Like, there's a couple of players that we've got circled. We want them to, but they will not.
But I think it's also because they're going to lean into this. This is the best group of young hitters this organization has had since probably the early 90s. When you talk about Jim Thome and Manny Ramirez and Sandy Alomar and like that group of guys, when has it ever been a crop of players? Not just like one or two, like a group of them. And now they're here. You know, CJ Kafis is going absolutely nowhere. Kyle Manzardo is going absolutely nowhere. George Valera seems like he can play.
Where does he fit in though, Tyler?
I don't know. Obviously, Chase DeLauder, like that, pretty much sealed the deal for me that Chase DeLauder will be on the big club immediately next year.
Yeah. Well, you can't start him in AAA next year.
No.
He just played the playoff series. Started in center field.
Yeah.
Which, do you think he's a center fielder?
No.
I think he's a right fielder.
I'd like to see him be our everyday right fielder.
Yeah.
I think Angel Martinez is a stud. Be a stud.
He's gonna fit in. So like, get used to it.
You know, I don't they have some decisions to make because Travis Bazzana is going to start spring training with the big club.
Bingo.
So they have some decisions to make about Rocchio and Arias. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm out on Gabe Arias. The gap between his good and his bad is enormous. And I can't do it. His first at bat today, Chris, he took 2 middle in fastballs and then swung at a curveball in the dirt with a non-competitive swing. And like, that's who he is. And then obviously the good is like the majestic home runs to right center field. I get it. The power is intoxicating. The athleticism in the infield. The huge arm. I get it. I totally understand.
Like, do you like his glove and profile more than you like Rocchio's at shortstop? Or do you like, who's your everyday shortstop if it's not Arias?
I think they both get the job done defensively. It just looks differently. Like Rocchio's going to get rid of the ball faster.
Because he's got a weaker arm.
He's got a little bit of it's not a bad arm. I don't think it's a. I don't. We say it's a bad. It looks bad when he throws next to Gabe.
Well, I think he profiles as more of a second baseman than he does a shortstop.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like he may be both of these guys are probably a holder place anyways, because they got the guy. I think they have their guy.
Yeah, Angel Ganado.
I think he's the future at shortstop.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's going to be a second baseman too. He's got enough range to play short. I just don't know about the arm at that size.
Well, there are other things that you can do, but I'm out on. I'm putting my chips in the Rocchio basket.
Yeah,
not the Gabe basket. I just can't do it, man.
Well, I heard that the front office is like kind of split on those guys, or the personnel department. Yeah. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. That'll be a legit battle, though. I think it's funny because they're gonna have like a full like middle infield like saga this spring. They have 4 middle infielders. Angel,
they have
Bazzana, Arias, Rocchio.
Yeah, and I think they're going to find they want to find a permanent home for Martinez.
Mm.
He's a switch hitter. That's the other reason why I like Rocchio. That's another tip in the cap for Rocchio. He's a switch hitter. And the only negative to what the Guardians have going on with their young hitters is that they're all left-handed.
Yeah.
They all hit left-handed. I don't know. They have a lot of assets, a lot of young players, and not a lot of spots.
Honestly, like when you have a surplus in like middle infield, like go move and go get a catcher. Like we talked about Adley a couple of times, but like go move and go get a piece, because like where you feel good about your young guys, like you feel good about your young first baseman, you feel good about all 3 young outfield spots, you feel good about your young middle infielder, you feel good obviously about your third baseman, not young, but you feel good about him. The young player you don't feel good about, the young position you don't feel good about is catcher.
Yeah, and people are going to be mad about this because Bo had a great September, but that does not erase what he was the first 5 months of the year.
I think people like Bo because he's like objectively handsome. They don't actually like Bo, the baseball player. Like, I'm being so serious.
There are a lot of better options. Nobody's saying that we need a silver slugger catcher, but it's sure as hell I needed to be better than this.
And Bo doesn't play good enough defense for me to excuse all.
He's not Roberto Perez.
Right. He just doesn't
And Roberto Perez hit 215.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying that we need Yan Gomes either. Yan Gomes is a silver slugger and a gold glove catcher.
You just need your catcher not to be an automatic out.
And for a period of time, both of our catchers were automatic outs. For a large portion of the year, were automatic outs.
Yeah.
And like, they're entering their window. And they have to make sure they make the right choices, but they have options. These young kids can hit, man. They can. It's in there. They just need the reps. The worst thing they can do is run Nolan Jones back out to right field and go sign some cheap ass veteran who's not any good.
Are they going to be willing to admit that they fucked it up with Nolan? That was an L? Or are they going to try to force him on us until it either works or it's clear and obvious to the whole world that he's limiting their winning ability?
Clear and obvious. But
well, yeah, I know, but like we've seen them do it before.
I don't know how they get off of it, but they have to try.
Yeah,
because there's just too many options. Way too many options of guys that can play.
Young options that have shown more life in limited time. Like I love Kafis, and I think Kafis is going to be the first baseman next year. But if he's not, I would rather see him in right field over Nolan Jones. I think Nolan Jones is atrocious as a baseball player.
Yeah, and you can't run Jonathan Rodriguez out there. You can't run John Kenzie Noel out there. Like it's just not an option. And they just have to go. And I don't think they're going to get Sam Henches back in the bullpen. They're going to get Andrew Walters back in the bullpen. Don't sleep on Danny Espino.
Yeah, I know you're high on him. I'm excited to get his minor league data.
I'm not. I guess I'm not high on him. It's like a cultish kind of like feeling about Danny Espino because he threw 100 in high school.
Yeah, like you believe in the monster, like you believe in the boogeyman.
And I think like he's probably going to be a bullpen guy. I don't think he can be a starting pitcher anymore. I mean, the guy's had 2 shoulder surgeries and Tommy John. Like this, there's no way that arm can go out and throw you 175 innings.
Yeah.
So, there's a bullpen arm. Their reinforcements for the bullpen are coming. Now, could you convince me to go spend $8 million on a Ryan Henley? Go get you. I don't know what's out there. Mason Miller free agent.
No. I think Mason. No. I don't think he is actually. Because I've queued on him because I heard that he is interested in maybe giving the starter thing a go. He hit 104 on the gun yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. If you were asking me what's the most realistic thing for this team to go spend a good chunk of change on, I think they should go spend some money on another ace. Because one of the best things that happened this year is that Gavin Williams became the next one.
Yeah, Mason Miller made $765 this year.
Wow. But Gavin Williams turned into the next great Guardian starting pitcher.
Yeah, he did. He's the ace of the staff, and you called that. I want to give you your flowers because 65 games ago, you said that he was going to be the ace.
Yes, he turned into the guy. Now, what needs to happen is they should go spend $20 million on another one to pair.
Like, do you want someone that's going to be the number 1 and he'll be the 2, or do you want a 2 as 1?
I guess the thing that I don't really care because when you like get into it, like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like when you get into the season, like it's just his day to throw. That only matters in a first round of like the opening round of a playoffs and the first game of the season.
Well, to me, it matters in like a wild card spot. Like, do you like?
Yeah, I get it. That's what I said. Like a first.
Yeah,
but like but I don't think those guys. I think when they get into the season, it doesn't matter. Those guys don't care.
I was just talking about. Like, I was just saying, do you want someone that's better than him or not?
Yes.
Okay, like are you willing to spend
the best pitcher I can go get?
Okay, I'm saying like that's just going to cost a lot more money, is what I was saying.
I mean, $20 million. What's $20 million? That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
for
I'm
a
saying
starting
like
pitcher.
you'd probably have to pay more than $20 million to get a pitcher better than Gavin Williams, is what I was saying.
Oh, well, I mean, $20 to $25 million. Go see what Dylan Cease wants. Call Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber has an emotional tie to this city,
Yeah.
to this organization. Why not go get him? You essentially gave away Shane Bieber and got Carl Stefan, and you can get Shane Bieber. Basically, you got Carl Stefan for nothing.
It's the Aroldis Chapman thing.
Why not? There's no reason why you can't go and try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because reality is, I don't know what the ceiling is for Slade Ciccone. I don't know what the ceiling is for Joey Cantillo. I think I know what Logan Allen's ceiling is, and I think what we saw was his ceiling.
Yeah, he's not getting any better. That is what it is.
I think he is who he is. And that's fine. But if you can do better, you go do better.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, like, you need 3. And the other thing that people also need to come to grips with is Tanner Bybee is absolutely 100% without question a trade bait piece this winter.
That contract is too perfect. I think
the contract.
I think it could be either though. Like I think it could be either. They could roll with them next year if they don't get kind of the prize they want. But I think that contract is really attractive to a lot of teams.
They also have John Means come. He'll be ready, and like people talk about him like he's really good too, and he's a little older,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a good left-hand starter that throws mid-9s. So they're entering a window, and they just have to make sure they make the right choices to not screw it up.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go get a veteran, expensive offensive player. I don't know what you were just doing right there.
Huh? I just moved my camera over.
Oh. I just don't see it happening. They've invested too much time, too much money into these young players, and they're going to find out. They're gonna see.
Are you gonna say on the show what you told me before the show? Or are you saving that for like another off-season episode?
I don't remember what I said.
In the next 3 years, this team is going to blank.
Oh, I think in the next 3 years, this team's going to win a World Series. I really believe that. I think they're entering a window of time where there's going to be talent.
All right, win it or make it.
Win it. Win it. I believe that. I think they're just entering a window of time where this wasn't supposed to happen. The last year wasn't really supposed to happen.
Right.
And so now they're having these pieces and like you're at Jose Ramirez is not going to be this good for much longer.
No, he's probably, I mean, his prime is probably about 3 more years.
Top. And he's 33 years old right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you have another 2 years of elite Jose Ramirez. And if he's willing to be more like a DH than a third baseman, you might extend that by another year. I don't know if Jose Ramirez
you'd extend it by more than you'd extend it by more than 1 year.
Well, you're not going to get 40 stolen bags by a 35-year-old Jose Ramirez.
No, and you shouldn't expect that. At that point, like you want him to get that like 35-year-old strength and like hit 40 home runs and have like maybe 15 steals.
But I don't know if Jose Ramirez is the type of guy that's going to be like, yeah, I'll just be the DH. Like, I don't think he's going to do that.
No, not unless there's like a pretty catastrophic injury.
And so I think that's and he has to stay healthy for this to happen because he's the entire heartbeat. He's the soul. He is everything to this organization. They go as he goes because they tell him. He tells them to go.
Yeah.
All these young kids are learning how to play the right way because he plays the game the right way. And that's just the way it is. And did he make some base running mistakes this week? Absolutely he did.
I don't even think there were mistakes. I think it was just like the byproduct of being really aggressive.
He got thrown out at second base today because he didn't make a hard turn and didn't run hard.
Okay.
He looked back twice, and the second time he looked back, he realized, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I also think maybe the not forcing to throw home in game 2, I think, was a mistake.
And realistically, I don't know if I want to blame Sandy, I think the ball took a very, very nice kick off the netting to the pitcher. That he was able to it basically went right to him.
What, game 2?
No,
The end of
Tanay. When he
Oh.
got, and it was kind of a great bounce off the wall.
Oh,
Right.
he got a perfect wall bounce. In the old MLB, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So it's just like, you live and you die, and like most of the time we live. And Detroit fans making fun of Jose, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You would do anything in your life to have a player like him in your organization. Anything.
Are they making fun of him?
Oh yeah. They're saying that he cost them he made 3 base running mistakes. He cost them the game, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dog, I don't care what you say. All you guys, he is the boogeyman. He owns you. He owns every single team in the AL Central. You can't tell him nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I'm not mad. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little sad it's over. But I think they're entering their window. And
I mean, that's reason to get really excited. If they think if the front office also feels like they're entering their window, then go spend right now.
We need to actually I don't want to talk about that right now. I think it's just going to be, we're at a time where we're gonna learn a lot about these young players in the next year. We're gonna see who's legit, who can really play, like who's a long-term Major League Baseball player, and who was just a flash in the pan.
For the regular season, I just want to ask a question, regardless of what happened today. Did this team accomplish the Tyler McCormick checklist for the regular season?
Some. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I said Kyle Manzardo needed 500 at bats, and he did not give 500 at bats.
No, but he did get a lot of at bats, though. He got a lot of at bats.
I mean, yeah. If you're asking
and his body broke down because of it.
Maybe.
I think.
Maybe. But yeah, I think for the most part, we got a lot of answers. There's still some questions that need answering, but we got a lot of questions answered about some young players. I think Rocchio learned a very hard lesson being sent down again, and it worked. I mean, he was good when he came back in I think it was July. He came back in July.
He been good since he got back. I guess the major Tyler McCormick, I guess, check box was you told me that you wanted to, by the end of the year, know who was a big leaguer and who wasn't. Do you feel like you learned that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we know who is. I think Manzardo's a big leaguer. I think CJ Kayfus is a big leaguer. I think Brian Rocchio is a big leaguer. Gabe is also probably a big leaguer. I just don't think he's,
I mean, there's tiers. There's big leaguer to like potential all-star to all-star to MVP. There's a tier ladder.
I think Angel Martinez is a big leaguer. I don't think Bo Naylor is a big leaguer.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think Bo Naylor is a big leaguer. I don't think that Jonathan Rodriguez is a big leaguer, and I don't think John Canzino is a big leaguer.
No, and I think I know who Logan Allen is. I know who.
I feel like I know who Cantillo is.
I think I know who Cantillo is. I think we saw all the versions of Tanner Bybee this year. The good and the bad.
The good, the bad, the ugly, the in between.
Yeah, I think he's somewhere in the middle of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's
likely. I think he's likely a 3.5 to 3.7 ERA guy for 10 years.
Yeah, I think he's a guy that you can rely on to take the ball every 5 days. And the thing you can't say about Tanner Bybee is he competes his ass off.
Bingo.
He never stops competing. He challenges. He's not afraid. He wants to be good. I just don't think the stuff is good enough to be like a number 1 or number 2 arm.
Yeah, his mentality is better than the stuff, I guess.
On a championship team.
Yeah.
I think he's the type of arm on a World Series pitching staff where you're debating upon, is he on our playoff roster or is he not?
Okay, I think he's a game 3 starter on a World Series team.
I think in a World Series, if you want to pitch 4 guys, he can be your 4th guy.
I think the conversation that needs to be had is he going to pitch? And if we're in a wild card spot, who's getting game 3? Is it Tanner? I think that's that's what I think he is.
Well, there's going to be a question that Parker. I'm also really high on Parker Messick. I think he's a major league arm.
Yeah, I think he has got more two in him than Tanner does.
Yeah, and it's going to feel different, but I think
I don't think you need to have a lefty in a rotation to force the righty bats to come outside.
You think you have to, or you don't have to?
I feel like you have to.
Yeah, but I also like some of the best pitching rotations the Guardians have had in the last decade were full of right-handed arms.
Yeah, my belief is lefties are really important because you see what a lefty does to everybody. They freeze.
I think going and getting. Where would you rank Gavin Williams in Major League Baseball? Top 15, top 10?
Yeah. I mean, so here we go. I think that Carlos Rodon is going to finish top 10 in Cy Young in the AL.
Well, I'm just talking about
Well, I'm going to say Gavin Williams was better this year than Carlos Rodon.
Okay. So you would say that Gavin Williams is a top 10 arm in baseball?
I think top 10 in the AL.
In the AL?
Yeah.
Top 15 in baseball?
Yeah, 15 to 17.
I think if you go find a legitimate one, like a legit top 10 arm, and it'll probably cost you a minimum $25 million a year, at a minimum. Mm-hmm. That goes a long way.
Yeah.
We saw, it just changes the way the other team has to prepare for you. I mean, they have the best arm, but it changes everything.
It's like an auto win clause. It's hard. It's it just takes so much stress off the bullpen, right? Here we go. For the Tigers bullpen, every fifth day or whatever, they know that, Scuba's going out there. We probably got the day off.
Yeah.
As opposed to every single day needing to be on.
Yeah. No, I think, that's what I think a starting pitcher, because I think, like I said, I don't think this team's going to spend a bunch of money on a hitter. I just don't. Mm-hmm. I don't know where they do it, because if wherever you do it, you're taking away from a young player that's already up, essentially. Like, you go get Pete Alonso. Okay, so where does CJ Kafis go?
And Pete Alonso is going to be so expensive, like 28 mil, 30 mil.
Are you gonna pay $30 million for Pete Alonso? Are you gonna pay $30 million for Kyle Schwarber? You might as well just trade. If you were to spend $30 million on Kyle Schwarber, you might as well just trade Kyle Manzardo right now.
That's a DH and a future DH right there. Both of them. Pete Alonso can't play first base in the future. He's terrible at first.
No,
he's awful.
So it's are you gonna go get? There are conversations we had. Well, we'll have all those conversations about things that we think could happen. If they do this, they could do this. Blah 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 blah. It's just not the right time for that right now. So, it is what it is. It was a fun ride. I'm just sad it's over. I'm not mad that it ended. I'm just sad it's over.
Honestly, I used to subscribe to the belief that have a shortened MLB season, but the more I'm getting back into it, I think over the 162, learning about your team and falling in love with your team is worth the having a 162.
Yeah,
I like it. So, I think it was a successful season for the Guardians. I think making the playoffs after kind of what they put the team through is really incredible. One of the greater comebacks in sports history. And I think there is a lot of reason to be excited, considering they did this and they didn't get the spark plug from the number 1 overall pick from 2 years ago. So we're going to see. We're going to find out. And, I think the young core underneath Hosey, and it's going to be DeLauder, Manzo, Kafis, Bazzana. That is the now of the Cleveland Guardians. And then as Hosey starts to age out, they're going to one of them has to be a superstar to kind of keep this thing going. And I'll put Angel in that group as well.
I agree.
This is our Guardians episode. Make sure you leave a like, sub, all that. We haven't done a good job kind of promoting that, but yeah, we're gonna have a Browns episode and then a college football episode. So make sure you like and sub to the channel because we got all kinds of, Ohio sports content coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna try something a little different. See how that goes, and let us know.
Yeah, I'm Chris. That's Tyler.
Peace.